Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cackle episode 8. I'm Nik'Nik.
I'm Chrystal.
AZ. Pretty.
And today we have a special guest in the building, Miss AD, the owner of Smile Bartending. She's going to show us how to make a couple wonderful summer cocktails. Come on in, Miss AD.
All right, everybody, before we get started, you already know what time it is.
What time is it?
Look, which one are you
We have a
doing?
shot of.
We got tequila.
We're going to drink a
That's
little.
Mezcal. I don't know if you might not want to do that.
Okay.
Tequila.
Tequila, please.
A little Jameson.
Dusse me.
Dusse me, please.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Everybody, make sure real shots too.
Yes.
Real
yes.
shots.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I have a lime?
Of
We
course.
trying to get
right
fancy.
here. Lovely.
Okay.
In your lovely garnish tray.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Happy
bartending.
All right, y'all.
Thanks for having me, ladies. All right.
Of course.
So now you wet the whistle. Got your shots here. I
You
can
gonna
take
let
those
my
out.
eyelash come on.
Stop. Who have mercy? Okay.
Oh, what did you put in yours? She definitely did. She definitely cheated.
All right. Woo. I can see clear now.
First drink.
All right, so we're going to start off with drink number 1. And of course, you guys wanted to do that one with cognac.
Yeah.
All right, so our cognac for today is going to be Dusse. So all these cocktails I make specially myself. And I, have crafted them myself. Of course, one of the good things is knowing the basics. Knowing the basics, then that can help you build your drinks and, create and add whatever you think may taste right, blend well, especially for customers who don't know what they like. So let's start it off with the Dusse. So, of course, everybody, and then I gave you guys some recipe sheets.
Okay. That's
because-
2 ounce, y'all.
Yeah, so I gave them recipe sheets because when you are in a bar, if you do have specialty cocktails, you follow a recipe sheet because these cocktails are made specifically to be made like this. So let's start off with our 2 ounces of Dusse. It goes in your shaker. It goes in your shaker, guys.
Sorry.
Oh.
So everything's gonna be built in your shaker.
Okay.
Do we put ice in there first?
Nope,
Oh, okay.
you build your drink first.
I like that idea.
Yeah, because so think about it. If you put the ice in it, what does ice do?
Water
Ice is
down.
going to water it down.
Yep.
And then the more that it waters down, the less it takes away from the quality of the drink.
Oh, so that's been a scam they've been doing at the bars. These.
So that's why. So now you know what to do. You know what to look out for as your bartender.
Don't shake my shit with ice.
Okay, so then you're gonna do 0.5 ounces of your Cointreau. So just a ½ ounce of Cointreau. That's gonna be like an orange liqueur. All right, we having summer cocktails. I'm checking, making sure everybody's doing. So it's just gonna be half of that.
Oh, damn.
Half of that taco. It's okay if you go over a little bit, not too much though, because that's the whole point, having specialty cocktails. You want to make sure you do it exactly to the recipe.
Okay.
Alrighty, and then you're gonna pick up your lovely lime juices. These are gonna be your lime juice.
Okay.
You can kind of shake it up a little bit. I know it's probably been sitting a bit. Shake it up just a little bit.
Lime. Where that's at?
Yeah.
Oh, it's right here.
It's that one right there.
Ooh.
Yep. Then you're gonna do 1 ounce of that.
This
So
looks good.
nope, back to your other side. And fill that all the way up. Your 1 ounce. All the way.
Okay.
You got it?
All right, we're looking good. We're looking good. Okay.
All right. And then you're gonna grab your lemon juice. You shake it up as well too.
Okay.
This one's lemon.
Shake up your lemon juice just a little bit. And then, of course, over time, like when I first started bartending, it was syrups, finest call. Everything was just a lot of sugar. So now, over the years, we got into specialty cocktails. So instead of using sweet and sour and a lot of syrups and things like that, you're using fresh lime juice, fresh lemon juice, agave. Today we have simple syrup. That's something quick and easy to make. But of course, agave is a natural sugar that a lot of people use in their cocktails as well. So then now you're going to go ahead and you're going to grab your simple syrup.
Simple syrup.
And you're going to do, this is going to be your clear one right here.
And this
And
is
question, by you doing with natural juices, does it make it more potent or help with the potency?
Well, not
Not
even
water it
potent, but it's more so just consistency,
Oh, okay.
freshness. You know, because like I said, when it's a lot of sugar, things like you can tell.
Yeah.
So when you taste these cocktails, you'll tell the difference from like using sweet and sour and fresh lime juice.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so since you're talking about, your business and all, everything, all the fun stuff.
Yes.
I'm curious to know, what sets you apart from other bartenders? Because we personally know how fucking bomb you are. Okay. But we need everybody to know what's popping, okay?
Yes, I must say, if it's not obvious, of course, it's my personality. So, personality is everything when you're bartending, especially because sometimes it can get busy. So if you can be busy, still have a smile on your face, But if I can, give you a real answer, I would say just having the willingness to always want to learn. I don't know it all. I don't know everything. As much as sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, she makes good cocktails, things like that. But I might have got on the internet and, looked at the original recipe and then, like I always say, AD comes with a twist. So I'll see what can I add to that or what can I do to that. So just the willingness to always learn. And just, I don't know it all. So even sometimes when I'm bartending, I'll tell somebody, look, you want to Google that? You can Google that recipe, I promise you. If you give me the recipe, just like I made you a recipe sheet, you'll see. As long as you stick with the recipe, you can do it. So I can say that's what makes me stand out. Supporters. Okay, so now you guys have built your cocktail into your shaker. So this is the glass that you're going to want to use.
Got it.
Okay.
This is your rocks glass.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, so if it's going to be your choice. If you want to do a rim, you can do your tahini rim, you can do your salt rim. It's going to be your choice. You don't have to, because some guests, they're like, like me, I don't want a rim. Just give me the alcohol. But if you do, you can rim your glass first. And then if you don't want to rim your glass, you're going to put fresh ice into your glass, into your actual glass here. You'll put fresh ice into there.
Oh, a little tahini.
Do we have, dip it in this?
Yep, so put a little lime juice. That'll help you, and then boom, your tahini's right on there.
Look at that.
Yeah. See, look, you're already a professional. That quick. That quick.
I love it.
Professional, okay.
Yeah, put the ice inside of the glass or inside?
Inside of your glass, fresh ice. Let's see if that one helps. Ice goes in your glass first. And then the reason why we pour over fresh ice is because, like I mentioned before, when you're shaking, you shake your drink to get your drink consistent, to mix all your ingredients up very well, things like that. So it's already diluting as you're shaking it. So that kind of just helps create a, less diluted drink,
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Uh-oh.
And then you'll put ice in your shaker after that as well. Yep, there you go, AZ. AZ, you got it. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it. And you always want to at least shake for a good 20 seconds. I always say 20 seconds because, like I said, those ingredients are mixing well. It's taken away from the harshness of that alcohol flavor. You want everything to blend. Yeah, you can get all cute with it. You'll see some bartenders, they'll start flipping and tripping. I don't know, but yeah. And then once you're done, you'll take that small cap off, and then you'll pour your drink right over top of that fresh ice. Yeah, shake it. And don't worry if your glass isn't full. That's just because you use less ice. But of course, the more ice you use, the more full your glass is gonna look. But at the same time, you guys have the same amount of alcohol, same ingredients, but it's your choice. Sometimes what I'm gonna do is, now that we have created these cocktails, take a taste. You can garnish it to your liking. So here, when you're doing a specialty cocktail, they're always going to tell you, hey, what's your garnish? What's your garnish? So for this one, it's lemon, lime, and cherry. Okay. So if you notice, I already cut a slit here into your lime, so then it just goes right onto the glass like that.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Let me get one of them. Thank you.
And because we did, lemon juice as well, that's what made me think of.
So that's how they determine what garnish.
Yeah,
What you
sometimes,
put in it. That makes sense,
what you
though.
put in it, you want to, and then if you
makes
want to, just take your little Who has it? Oh, yep. And then put your little cherry just right in the middle, right on top.
Anyone too?
Thank you.
And then once you taste it, you guys name it.
This is real tropical and cute.
Yes.
Blue Lagoon.
Hey, look, there she goes. Look.
That was the first thing that came to my mind. Blue Lagoon.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
I like that.
this is good.
Yes.
This
See?
is fire.
And then you guys made those yourself, and all you did was you followed the recipe. So it's nothing, no rocket science into bartending, but a lot of people, they stray away from using these here. So I feel when we use these here, it keeps your drink consistent. So just imagine, you said, ooh, that drink is good. Now, say I make it and I free pour, which is no problem because as well, you learn when you're bartending, you learn counts.
Right.
But sometimes, depending on the angle that you hold the bottle, depending on the air bubble that's possibly in here, it can throw your count off. So now your drink isn't as consistent as that next drink, and then now your customer's like, hey,
Right.
who made this?
Right.
Because the last one and is real, and they won't order another drink. Mind you, you got to think about it. People can drink at home. So you always want to make sure that you're making something that's going to make somebody order again. Because $16 to, what, $20 now for cocktails? Like,
It gotta be worth it.
it got to be worth it. So, I'm glad you guys enjoyed your first drink. And we named it what?
Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon.
Cheers.
Cocktail making with AD.
So while we sip on this nice cocktail that has already got me a little lit,
Okay.
what made you start bartending?
So I started off as a hostess in the restaurants. So, of course, I'm like, all right, cool. I got a good personality, but I was still very reserved, So it was like everybody likes me, but I'm like, hey, I don't really want to talk too much, like, you know what I'm saying? So starting off as a hostess, you got to talk. You're the first face people see when they come in the building, So it's like, all right, hey, And then I was like, oh, shoot. Like, these servers are making good money. Mind you, I'm sitting them good tables. They're coming to tip me. And I'm like, wait, what I get a tip for? They're like, thank you. Those people just tipped me $100. Like, and I'm like, what? I didn't know those people were going to do that, So I'm like, okay, I want to be a server, And then when I got to being a server, I'm looking at the bartenders like, shoot, that's where I want to be. But I wasn't 21 yet, So I had to wait, But as soon as I turned 21, I was bartending, and I did my training in the restaurants, and then
So you've been doing this since 21?
Yeah. So
Wow,
about
that's
what,
good.
15 years? So I'm 22. No, I'm just kidding. I'm 36. I'm 36. So yeah, about 15 years.
What
And
type of challenges do you think you face as a new entrepreneur?
So as a new entrepreneur, what I can say that I face is, number one, I don't know what to do. When I thought about starting this business, I really wasn't thinking about starting a business. So it was more so like, wait, I want to start this, but I don't know what to do.
Right.
So then that comes along with being alone, not knowing who to trust, not knowing who to ask, because you don't want to, of course, you're not going to always profit right away, but you don't want to lose too much to where you're discouraged. You don't want to do it anymore. So I can say being alone and, just not really knowing what to do is probably like my biggest challenge. Because at the end of the day, I'm not a quitter. Yeah. So I'm going to keep going, you know what I'm saying? But being alone, not really knowing what to do, although I've done like restaurant management and things like that, so I can manage a business, which is different because it's not yours. So you're still only you right here, So now it's like, oh, hold on, now I got to think about how much goes back into my business, and when I do an event, I can make this much money, but now, okay, what do I spend on? You know what I'm saying? All this here, So just wondering like how to profit, things like that. I can say that's like, I don't know. But I'm learning, so that is fun, learning.
That's cool. So, how did you start your business?
Okay, so honestly, my friend, her sister was doing a bridal shower, and she was like, look here, I got this. I want to help her, but I didn't realize how expensive a bartender is, And I'm like, well, I ain't did anything like really private, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, I'll do it, because when I did do something private, it was years ago. It was my friend's wedding, and, it was like just it was already set up for me, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So this, it was like, hold on, I gotta make cocktails, I gotta create this. I was a little nervous, but she was like, come on, friend. Like, I've been to your bars, I taste your drinks, you got it. So I'm like, all right, cool, I got you. So this was actually, I think, January or February of this year. And the actual event space had its own Instagram page, things like that. So one of my friends from high school, she comes to where I work, and she's like, yo, you didn't tell me you bartend on the side. And I'm like, hey, I really don't. Like, I don't even know where you got that from, like who told you. She's like, well, I saw you on the event space page. And I'm like, did you? She was like, yeah, you was shaking up drinks and stuff like that, so you gonna bartend my birthday. Oh. And I was like, all right, cool, when is that? Like, when is that? So I think when she told me, like, birthday it is. Like, she likes my cocktails. I can't tell her no, you know?
Right.
So even then, when she was talking to me in that short period, she was like, you need to get an Instagram going, you know, things like that. And I'm like, girl, I don't know. But I guess it's in the making, you know? So there was a 2-month span in between when she asked me and, you know, her event. So that's when the juices started flowing, and I had 2 coworkers that actually bartend outside. So I confided in them, asked them a few questions, because of course, you know, you still have to be careful when you're serving alcohol.
Right.
There's different rules, there's laws, you know, things like that. So I'm like, what can I do to, you know, cut around this stuff to at least do events for my friends, or, you know what I'm saying, at least do private events for, you know, certain people and stuff like that. So that's basically actually like how it got started. All right.
Woo.
So now we have drink number 2. And of course, you guys said let's do this with some tequila. So, of course, I always put a little twist on stuff. So I added a little mezcal to this drink here. So what you're going to do is you're only going to pour 1.5 ounce of this tequila here. And for those who aren't familiar with mezcal, mezcal is not really considered a tequila, but it is in the tequila family. Has definitely an earthy and smoky taste. So a lot of people aren't the biggest fan of it, but if you blend it well, mix it well in certain cocktails, things like that, you would never know that it's in there, and it gives it a really good, clean taste.
Okay.
Which one is going in?
It goes into your shaker. So everything we build in our shaker. Oh yeah, it's okay. It's that Blue Lagoon. I know. It's that Blue Lagoon. And then you're only gonna just do a 1/2 ounce. Nothing too heavy on this one. A 1/2 ounce on this mezcal here.
It's hard to do wrong.
Did you have a favorite bartender or a mentor you looked to, like someone you looked up to do this? Or
All right. So for this question, there's a yes and a no.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start off with my no, because like I said, when I first started, like, I really didn't know what I was doing. I was in it because I'm like, hey, this is fun. Kind of got me out of my shell. I was in it because I'm like, this is good money, you know. So to be honest, I'm like, I'm not looking at no bartender.
Right.
I want to be the bartender, you know. So honestly, when I first started, no. But what I can say is, like, around 2015, if you guys are familiar with the show Bar Rescue,
Yes.
there was a guest bartender who went on there by the name of Phil Wills. And he was a guest bartender that would come in, help them correct some of their recipes and things like that. And when I was watching that show, I'm like, I want to be him. Like, he just took simple ingredients, changed it up, and, you know what I'm saying, helped that bar create a better cocktail. So after that, he became a regular on the season, and he would show frequently as a bartender that would come on the show and, you know, change the recipes for the bars on that show. So shout out to Phil Wills. But okay, so now that we at least have our tequila in there, so for this one, I don't know if you guys look on your recipe sheet. No, put that down.
Oh, sorry.
So what you're going to do is you are going to muddle 2 cucumbers and 1 jalapeno.
Oh.
So I'll show you how to do that.
In the tumbler?
Yep, in your shaker.
Oh,
Two cucumbers. One jalapeno.
Excuse me.
And then this is your muddler here. So I'll grab one of you guys. Since you got yours in first, I'll give you an example of what that is.
You said 2 cucumbers?
2 cucumbers and 1 jalapeno. So you'll just keep it pressed down here, and you'll go in there, and you'll just, you know,
Okay.
And that just helps release the flavors of that cucumber.
It's Blue Lagoon
Okay.
hidden, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
And of course, I use the cucumber with the jalapeno because, of course, jalapeno is going to give you that slight spice, but the cucumber is going to kick in and soothe that spice and give you more of a refreshing taste.
Yeah, I love a good spicy drink.
Yeah, because I'm not really
Yeah.
a jalapeno girl, so.
Right. So the cucumber's going to, and you don't have to do it too long.
That Lagoon is getting everybody, right?
Yeah, you don't got to do it too long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's better now. I'm sorry, I had to pass it, huh? I'm sorry.
She said, we gonna change this to cooking with AD. Oh my goodness. And then in the meantime, then you'll just follow the rest. So then you'll take your 2 ounces of lime juice.
Okay.
And then this is your 2
Okay,
ounces.
you know, get
Okay.
it all, get it all.
So of course, I think you have the 1.5, but you can just
Okay.
dump a little more in.
Oh, you said
So for a
Lime
beginner, what
juice.
does this really have to look like when you muffle?
When you metal, it's just. It doesn't have to look like anything. Like I said, it's just to release that flavor of that cucumber and jalapeno. Because if we can, we want to, we can just shake it in there if we want to. But the muddler is going to give it more of a, that cucumber jalapeno taste. You'll muddle those flavors in there. So it's just kind of mix it in there. Because if we want to, we can shake it, and you'll still get a slight flavor. But this is going to help you get that. What happened?
I ain't gonna make it.
She gonna be able to bear it.
Got that Blue Lagoon.
We got more to go through. We oh my
One more. Make it through one more.
Jesus Lord.
And then once you do that, you can put your 2 ounces of lime juice in there.
Okay, I did the lime.
Okay. And then this is going to be your triple sec. So you'll just do, and this is another orange liqueur as well, but it's not, as great as the Cointreau, but it's a little, the Cointreau's a little bit more expensive.
Does that have alcohol in it?
Yes,
It do?
that one does.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a small
She said,
percentage.
"Give to me, please."
Pass that.
You took it too long now.
Pass that.
Wait, it said 0.5?
Girl, just go
Mhm,
put it
so
in.
yeah, it's okay. Throw it in there.
I can't wait to taste this one with the
I
hot
know.
So now this one we're gonna do for a little flavor. So for this one, it's gonna be your choice because some people, when they're ordering drinks, they're like, I like strawberry, but I don't want it too sweet, but I want it a little sweet.
I want my sweet.
So you know what I'm saying?
Squeezing the hell out of that.
You know how people are. So I always say you can do like 1/2 ounce to like 0.7 ounce.
Okay.
And then just be careful because the strawberry puree is a little thick. So
I could do this or just freehand or put it in.
yeah, put it in there or freehand, whichever. But like I said, for me, I don't like too much, but it's gonna give it a little color, a little
That's a
flavor.
real strawberry right
Yeah,
there. That's
yeah.
straight out the farm. You said 0.25?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then you'll do a 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. And that one too, you can do a rim of your choice if you want as well. Tahini, I would
Do it for the
probably do
aesthetic.
with this one.
Spark me up.
Salt,
Okay, I'm gonna
for
do
those who
salt
like
first.
salt.
Do we put ice in here too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this one I was saying you can have your choice. This one you can either do martini style for your drink with no ice, but you just make sure you put enough ice to shake it up and get it chilled, or you can put ice into your glass and pour this drink over top of your glass. So this is why I gave you guys your strainers here. So then that way if you want to, you can double strain if you don't use ice. So then that way this takes away from all the cucumber, lime, and jalapeno getting into your actual drink, so you're not like, it's not a smoothie. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like all pulpy.
Yeah, uh-huh. Here you go.
Ooh, it's really so cute.
Oh yeah, there you go. Look at my professional.
I need this. Yeah.
See, so as you see, you'll see like the, the remnants of the.
Oh yeah. I need one of these for the house. What you doing? All the seeds out of there. Okay.
I like when they do that.
Yeah.
And then that way too, because you know the seeds give it a lot of spice and all of that as well.
Yeah.
So. And then for this one, for your garnish, what we do is we call it a spear. So we'll take one of these here, and we're gonna spear a lime, a cucumber, and a jalapeno.
Okay.
So I'll show you here. I'll probably would do the jalapeno in the middle.
Okay.
And spear it like so. And then there you go. That's your garnish. So you can either put it on the lime like that there, so that it can sit,
Or
or
we can put it inside.
put
That's
it right
cute.
inside.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm not sure if you guys taste the little slight mezcal taste. It's a light, smoky, but it's not overwhelming because of the cucumber, the strawberry,
Exactly.
you know,
It is a
the
little
other
smoky.
ingredients that you add, you know, to kind of take away from that earthy, smoky taste.
What would you say is your favorite drink as a bartender? You know, you make all the drinks.
Well, if you know me, I actually prefer my tequila neat. So if I had to choose a favorite drink, it would actually just be a cucumber margarita. Just because I do like margaritas, but you know, the more you learn how to create your own cocktails, the pickier you kind of get. So I'd rather just give me my tequila neat versus get a disappointing cocktail, because I hate to be the one to send it back. But I will, because I didn't spend $16, $17 and I don't like it. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm quick to send it.
Yeah, I'm quick to send it back,
quick
and
to
I
send
do
something
not
back.
like to be that, because it's I'm in the industry. I know how people feel, you know,
Yeah.
things like that. But if you are passionate about your craft as much as I am, then you would, you know, you would just take that and be like, well, can I do something to make that better? Or, you know, you might want to just do a straight shot, or can I give it to you neat? And for those who don't know, neat is just with no ice. You know, a lot of people, they're like, ooh, when you order something fancy. I'm like, nah, it's just.
It's just a proper etiquette when you order and shit. I mean, we're trying to break news to y'all. We knew y'all didn't know.
So I'm glad you guys enjoyed this one. So what are we naming this one?
What y'all got?
I don't know.
Or y'all want me to name it?
This is cute. I don't know.
I don't know, naked lady.
I was trying to think of that Beyonce song where she talk about the pink. Oh, never mind. That was inappropriate.
Pink panties?
No, when she said pink something pussy.
So, what are some of your favorite ingredients to use when creating new drinks?
So when I'm creating new drinks, of course, I brought some of my, you know, ingredients here. One of my favorite ones is this one here. It's the melon liqueur, Midori. I like this one because, first of all, it does have a sweet taste. So I think it's when, you know, a lot of ladies come out and drink. So when ladies come out and drink, they're like, ooh, you made it green. They just want something pretty.
Yeah.
You know, so this one has been one of my favorites. And then, of course, I like to use fresh cucumber. And then I love mint. Yeah, those are my top
Yes.
yeah,
I like
ingredients.
a mint
that I like.
alcoholic drink. I just don't like mint otherwise.
Right?
Which is
And
weird.
that's weird, because I'm
Yeah.
the same way. I love mint in a cocktail.
Yeah.
But, no, don't give it to me. And it needs no chocolate, no.
What should you master to become a good bartender?
Consistency. I always say that because a lot of times people lack that. You know, so in order to become and master bartending, you got to know the basics. So I feel like if you stray away from the basics, you stray away from bartending. Because if you look at a lot of these cocktails, what is this? It's a margarita.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The other one we made, I mean, of course, a lot of people don't really make drinks with cognac, but now that they are Hennessy sidecars, you know, things like that. So it's if you know the base, then like I said earlier, you can always add your own twist to it. You can always add something you think might blend well with it or go right with it. So yeah, consistency, knowing the basics. So now let's move on to drink number 3. And of course, you guys let me choose this one. So, this one is going to be a whiskey drink, and then of course, as you see, my favorite up there, Midori.
Okay.
So this here, of course, This is like a spin off of like a what do they call that? What is it? St. Patrick's Day drink, which is usually like Midori, Jameson. They shake it up and then like finish it up with like club soda, water, you know. So this I kind of just put a spin on of that myself. So that's why we have our ginger ale, we have our Midori. So you'll do 1.5 ounces of that. So that'll be your whole side on this side. Okay. And then we're gonna always pour into our shaker.
The big side.
And then of course, like all drinks aren't always poured into shakers, but you know, I thought it would be a little fun for you guys to, you know, shake it up a bit.
Can we put a little bit more?
You always can. Nobody says no to that. Nobody.
I'm putting
My husband
more
always
and more.
says, I'm not driving.
Yeah,
so, you know,
yeah.
But what the lesson she taught us earlier is to make sure that we use this so that we are having consistency.
Yeah, but alcohol though, you can always a little overpour on the alcohol. You know, but that's the thing too. If you do overpour on the alcohol, people will be like, "Oh my God, this is so strong." Great drink though.
Right.
But the alcohol is killing.
Yeah, I be liking my shit strong.
And then you're gonna do also 1.5 of this Midori here.
Right.
You make that drink strong.
I want to be lit.
I'm more friendlier and more giving.
Exactly. You gonna get a good ass too.
1.5 ounce of the Midori.
Here we are.
1.5.
And now, like I said, the Midori is a melon liqueur, so it's gonna bring some sweetness to the cocktail. But there's also alcohol in there as well, because it's a liqueur.
Oh, I always wondered what the green stuff was. I never knew.
And then you're gonna do 0.5 of your lime juice and your lemon juice, so half ounce of both.
Okay.
Yeah, cocktail make it with AD.
What's the funniest moment you had in bartending?
It's so funny you ask. So, of course, I mean, I have a lot of really, really funny moments in bartending. But also, too, before I answer that question, because I see you guys are getting to the end, you're going to take some mint. And originally I said muddle it, but we don't have to when it comes to the mint.
Okay.
So when you take the mint, you always want to smack it, right? And it helps release the aroma of the mint. So then when you drop it in there, you know. So, yes, because of course, you know, it's the essentials. And you can take as much as you want. You can pull it off the sprig. You can put the whole sprig. It's all up to you. How much you want to use? Yeah, give it. You can go ahead and do yours too. I didn't put a lot. That's why I'm like.
Oh wait, I don't want to touch it.
Yeah. So back to.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. So back to this funny moment while you guys are gonna smack that mint. Yeah, easy. Give it a big smack, easy. So back to this funny moment. There was a time where I was bartending in the airport. So back then, I mean, I'm glad they changed the rules now because people used to go crazy because it didn't matter how old you were. If you look older than you had to be carded, right? So of course, you know, there's a lot of famous people that come into those terminals. And Cedric the Entertainer was one of them. Right.
Uncle C.
So I just so happened, he happened to come to me, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm all excited. So I was like, ID, please. He's like, what? I'm like, what? I mean, of course. And of course, it's like, it's hard to ask because it's like, duh. I mean, I know who you are, but, you know, there's cameras, there's rules. I mean, if not, I can go back on the plane with you, you know what I mean? But ID, please. And he's like, what the hell for? You know, you should know who I am. I'm like,
I do.
Yeah.
I do, but it's my job. You know, you're not the first or the last famous person that I got a card, right? So he gets upset. He's knocking the chairs over. He's leaving the car. Oh, yeah, he out of here. He kicking shit over.
He's our next topic, honey.
Girl, right? So he does all that out the bar. Mind you, these people, some of them, they don't know who he is. These people got money, too. They don't know who he is. They're like, all right, that guy's tripping, right?
Right.
Well, as soon as he leaves, you know, there's TVs all over the bar. Remember when Cedric the Entertainer was in those Heineken?
Yeah. He comes on
the Heineken commercial. And everybody's looking at the TV
like, I know you fucking lying. So that ain't him.
Yes! So everybody looks up and they stare like,
This ignorant motherfucker.
that was the dude that just left out of here. Everybody cracks up like, oh my God. Like,
ID, a license?
You're that mad?
Is that serious?
Fedora?
That's serious.
Fedora is that mad?
But I'm telling you, people used to get so upset. So now that your drinks are made, you're gonna make sure that you fill your glass up with ice, fresh ice. You're gonna pour over fresh ice. Yeah, girl. Sorry, Cedric, but that was funny.
Yeah. We'll be dragging you next week. I appreciate it. Right. You don't get an attitude. You should be honored somebody's asking you for your ID.
Right. Yeah.
That's how I always tell
We don't
people.
even
I'm
care
like,
where
for
you
real,
at.
thank you.
Thank you. It's a compliment for sure. What the hell?
We need it
It's
in
okay.
our
We don't need that much.
I love these type of
Yeah, and then you'll put ice in your
know.
shaker as well.
Oh, I just put that in.
Yeah. And then after you guys shake this drink, you're not gonna fill it all the way up. You're gonna at least probably stop about like a 1/4 inch till you get to the top. So don't fill this drink all the way up to the top.
Okay.
So that way you can leave your splash for your ginger
I
ale.
put some in here too.
Put that ice in your
Did I do
shaker.
this right? Oh no, I didn't do it.
Oh, but ice in our shaker too?
Yeah, but you did that part too, right?
I didn't do this
I
yet.
don't think I did simple syrup either.
No,
Okay.
I didn't do that part yet.
Okay, do your simple syrup. I saw them do it, but make sure you get that simple
I
syrup in there. Because the simple syrup helps cut the
Yeah.
acidity
The
of the lemon and lime.
Aquariuses are ahead of the game.
Oh,
okay.
No, they didn't. They just Are we?
Are we? Look over there. She's like, oh, it's a mess. Because they season over.
Exactly.
We're coming in. We unthaw. We are unthaw.
That cocktail.
You can put Listen, they gotta get themselves together, y'all. Don't excuse them.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
This gives me when I used to go to
So
the
then
club.
put you all the way to the top.
Oh.
Yep,
Look,
all
I'm-
the way to the top.
Yes,
Ginger
thank
ale
you.
all the way to the top. All the way.
This is so cute.
It is.
Thank you.
And this is why I like it too, because it's very pretty.
Yeah.
So of course your garnish for this one is going to be.
I'm like, wait,
Well,
hold
I think we ran out of. Oh no. So everybody just get like a piece of mint
Okay.
and just kind
Oh,
of
that's so adorable.
put it at the top.
Oh.
That
Thank
is
you.
so fucking
You're
cute.
welcome.
What is going on?
Uh-oh.
This is, I don't know, fucking
You only
bookmark
got
this.
the This helps for ladies who like to drink whiskey, but they don't want to drink it straight, or they, because most ladies, they don't know
I
what
drink
to.
straight, baby.
Yeah, because like a lot of ladies, they like the Jameson or they like whiskey, but they don't know how to order a whiskey cocktail if it's not already a specialty cocktail.
This is where it's at.
Yeah.
The Green Goblin.
Green Goblin.
Yes.
I like that.
Cheers to the Green Goblin.
It's good as hell, girl.
This shit is good as fuck.
And I made this recipe myself. Everything.
Okay, cheers to that. Yes.
Yeah.
You think of stuff on your own. You don't have to worry about,
Yeah.
following the trend.
Yeah.
Organic to you.
Yeah.
Authentic.
And then I like it because then now when I see that, that's what makes me happy. Like, oh, you did that. All right,
Yes.
cool. Okay, I'm ready.
It's a good drink to get your significant other. You said earlier, people be bringing multiple women every night. So what's a good drink to get your person loose?
Oh, she's like, get it cracking.
As a good.
Yeah, now. AD says, I always say your go-to is an Adios or a Long Island.
Yep.
Why? Because it got all the alcohol in there. I always say those because, you want to get them loose right away.
Quick,
Fast, and in a hurry.
In there and out.
Yeah, and it's not like, oh, just take a shot, you know what I'm saying, things like that. So it's like, okay, hey, we at least sip a little bit, but look at AZ, she already got, she got this bartender thing down.
Number two.
She like that, she's
Why is her
She like whiskey, so that works for her. She a whiskey
Why she
girl.
pour her second or the third? What do you like most about bartending?
What I like most about bartending, of course, is just the connections that I build with people. Like I said before, I definitely had a strong personality that brought people towards me, but I didn't really know how to like give it back. You know, sometimes it's like, I don't want you talking to me. You know, so I can say that like bartending helped me, you know, get out of that reserve aspect. So, you know, when I'm talking to people, I'm making a lot of connections with people. And this is also, you know, a part of how I build my business as well, because even now people are like, hey, you bartend outside? So now instead of the answer being no, it's yes. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Oh.
Now, we heard you was in a competition. Now, how was it?
Oh yeah, you been partying. With the stars, with the stars, honey. Okay, you been out there with the stars, honey. What was the goings on? Okay, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give you the tea. All right, so of course, for those who don't know or who don't follow me, I entered into a bartender competition, mind you. Never done that before in my life, so kudos to myself because it wasn't easy, especially, you know, having a lot of friends encourage you and motivate me to do that because Kevin Hart, for those who aren't familiar with it, he does have this new tequila. It's called Gran Coramino. And it is a Cristalino Reposado. So they have that and they have an añejo. So there was a video that my bar manager actually sent out to the staff and told us to go ahead and enter for this contest. And I'm like, sure, okay, got it, I'll enter. And then I looked and I'm like, oh my goodness. You know, my brother said, yeah, when is it due? And then I looked and I'm like, tomorrow. Oh wow. Like, you know, because although I do run Smile Bartending, I am still I work 2 part-time jobs. So I'm like, man, this is my only off day. I want to get some rest. Like, what do you mean? Because like most of the finalists, they did videos of them taking the Gran Coramino and making a cocktail with it, and I'm like, I don't got no Gran Coramino.
Where the fuck you find
I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know where to find it at the time. Although I knew we had it at my bar, but I'm like, I'm off. I don't want to go bother in my bar to see if they can help me with this content. And my friends and family were like, look, you've been working on editing. You got this. Send a video in. And I'm like, you're right. I got videos of people recording me. I got videos of myself doing my own cocktails, things like that. So I edited the video, sent it in, and I was chosen out of 166 entries. 15 people.
Cheers to that.
Yes.
That is a big accomplishment.
Yes, they chose 15 people, and they flew us out to Vegas, and it was during Kevin Hart's birthday week.
Flew out.
Got flew out, and not by a man, by a company.
Okay.
I like this shit right here. This is nice.
Right.
I like the glass, I like the green. I like all 3 drinks
so
actually.
Much fun.
All 3 were
I
good.
love them all.
This is probably my favorite episode.
Yes.
So much fun, and you know, getting to know you personally on a whole different level.
Yes.
Where can we find you? What's the
deep? What's the tea?
So of course, like, if you want to find me physically, as of now, I work at Cork and Better in Inglewood by the SoFi Stadium, newly built 3-story rooftop bar. So you can find me there if you want to taste these cocktails in person. But also on my Instagram page, you can follow me at Smile Bartending. You can follow me there. You see me making cocktails. You'll also see my journey through this Gran Coramino. They call it the... And then, I forgot to mention, this was the first. So this was the first Coramino Cup. So, of course, it's going to be an annual thing now. So us as being chosen as one of the 15 finalists, like, it just means a lot because now we set the tone for next year.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Lit to lit.
As you should.
So everybody, y'all can find us on the Cackle Podcast, on YouTube, on Instagram, and the cackle4@gmail.com if you have any what the hell letters for the next episode.
Yes.
Everybody, I'm sure you're lit. So say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Cheers.